In just 11 minutes, a 16-year-old black teenager named Jamal Turner turned the tables on an unjust situation, revealing the power of resilience and social media. It was a hot afternoon at JFK Airport in New York. The terminal was buzzing with the usual energy, luggage rolling, announcements echoing, and passengers moving with urgency. Jamal was one of them, heading to the National Chess Tournament in Chicago. This trip held the potential to secure a full scholarship and his future, but as he boarded, his excitement mixed with nerves. Taking his seat in the aisle, Jamal felt the familiar anxiety of traveling alone for the first time. He didn't expect his arrival to spark anything but maybe a quiet focus on his game plan, but almost immediately he felt the piercing gaze of a flight attendant. A stern-faced woman who seemed to follow his every move with suspicion. Ignoring the discomfort, Jamal focused on his goal. He noticed the seat next to him was empty and politely asked the flight attendant if he could switch to give himself more space to study his chess notes. Her response was sharp and dismissive. "That seat's not available for you," she said, her tone leaving no room for argument. Trying to shrug off the exchange, Jamal sat back, uneasy but determined to stay calm. Moments later, the same flight attendant returned, her face hard. "You need to get off the plane," she announced coldly. The shock was immediate. "What? Why?" Jamal asked, bewildered. He hadn't caused any trouble, hadn't spoken out of turn. "You're causing problems. We can't take off with you on board," she replied, her voice louder this time, drawing the attention of passengers around them. Feeling the eyes of the entire cabin on him, Jamal's embarrassment turned to anger. But with no choice, he gathered his belongings and exited, humiliated and on the verge of losing his chance at the tournament. Sitting in the terminal, anger simmered in Jamal's chest. This wasn't just about a seat, it was injustice, and he knew he had to take a stand. Pulling out his phone, he crafted a message that would change everything. He shared every detail in a tweet, adding, "Just got kicked off a flight at JFK for no reason. This is racism, plain and simple. Justice for Jamal." But Jamal didn't stop there. He quickly messaged his friends, many with large followings, urging them to spread his story. Within minutes, the tweet began to gain traction, likes, retweets, and comments pouring in. The hashtag #Justice for Jamal was soon trending, and people were rallying behind him. Passengers still on the plane saw the story unfolding on their phones, and whispers filled the cabin as people questioned what had really happened. Back on the plane, the flight attendant's initial calm was visibly cracking. She fielded questions from curious and now skeptical passengers, but her deflections only fueled the tension. Meanwhile, Jamal's story continued to spread, catching the attention of local reporters who began reaching out for interviews. It took only 11 minutes for Jamal's post to reach critical mass, as messages of support from people demanding answers flooded Twitter. With public pressure mounting, the airline could no longer ignore the situation. A representative hurriedly approached Jamal, apology in hand, but he was not so quick to accept. "This isn't just about the next flight," Jamal said firmly. "I was kicked off because of my skin color, and now everyone knows it." As the story continued to spread, a celebrity with millions of followers retweeted Jamal's post, making it go viral on a national level. The airline soon released a statement, issuing a public apology and suspending the flight attendant pending investigation. Jamal was rebooked on another flight, but now he was more than just a competitor heading to a chess tournament. He had become a symbol of the fight against racism. When he arrived in Chicago, he was met with cheers and support. His story had resonated across the country. Days later, Jamal competed in the tournament, his determination on full display, not just for his game, but for his courage to stand up against injustice. He excelled, proving himself both on the chessboard and as an advocate for what's right. As he later told a reporter, "Sometimes you have to fight not just on the chessboard, but in life." Want more inspiring stories like Jamal's? Subscribe to our channel for tales of resilience and change. Together we can amplify the voices that matter.